In my previous video, I have walked you through an overview on how this Excel dashboard works. In today's video, we're going to learn how to create this dashboard from the scratch. So let me just give you a glimpse of what this dashboard does. We have a search bar that actually helps us to actually search through any of our customers. So we'll be able to see the quantity purchased, how many times the customer had purchased, the first purchase the date, and as well as the last purchase date, where the customer is from, everything that has to do with the customer's um, purchase history. We're gonna get it, and we can actually delve and see more about the customers we have. All our customers, but actually scrolling right here, we scroll through to see most of the customers we have, and we display 10 per page, so you can actually scroll and get more of it. So this is how this feature works. Now when you actually change this very one to another name, it actually helps you to change the icon to signify that you selected a male or a female. Let's see how it goes. Now can you look at this? This is one of the good features you need to learn how to do. And as well, we have this product that we show Part-1. So right now, look at it, we changes the product and we see all that has to do with the product in terms of purchase history of the product. And when we actually click again, we switch it to another product, and when we click right here, we see all our products in one view. Now I'm going to show you how to create this from the scratch right now. Let us get on it. So I have a workbook open for it, so I'm going to go to view. From view, I'm going to switch to the workbook, which is this YouTube lesson. Now here is it. We have the data set right here given to us for this task, and as well we have the backend where we're going to actually have to analyze our data before we actually transfer it to this very part of the dashboard. Now I'm going to show you how to create these visuals we have on the dashboard canvas in the GFA, but before then, let us start from here. Now first of all, summarize your data and get what you want before you actually start to get what you want by actually clicking on insert and go to pivot table, and we're going to use the existing worksheet, and this time around we are going to click on the back end and we hit on this and we say okay. So first of all, let us see what you're about to delve into. By actually clicking on view, we switch back, and here we go. So we're going to learn how to create something very nice just like this. So we're going to switch back again. So now we are going to use product. So here is our product. We take it right here, and the quantity, the profit margin, then the cost of goods sold, the revenue, and this time around I'm going to drag revenue again twice. That is it. Now here we go. Now what I'm about to do right now is that I don't really love what I'm seeing right here. I wanted to show product right here instead of this row label. So I'm gonna click and actually go to design. From design, first of all, I'm going to put up the grand total, so is F. And right now I'm gonna click right here and show in tabular form. So here is it, our product is actually showing. So I'm going to actually highlight this whole place to actually go to Ctrl H. I'm going to replace sum of with nothing. So I've already written this, so write it on yours and as well click right here. That is it. So we have it closed. Now please download this workbook and follow along step by step on how to create this. As well, the dashboard, full dashboard is going to be downloaded alongside. As well, you can take a look at the dashboard and see how the dashboard looks. Okay, right now what we need to do right now, I'm going to right click on this and actually sort from largest to smallest. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to right click on this one and show value as largest to smallest in terms of ranking. So when I say okay, here is what I get. The largest is this 74200, which is 1 attributed to 1. So right now I'm going to add another extra column called status. So status, in my status I'm going to say if this is what, if Siri equal to if this is less than or equal to 10 I want you to just say top product. Else, if this is less than or equal to 21, so I want you to just give me second selling product. So else, I want you to just give me average. So I'm gonna have to close this twice and I hit enter. So it's one of my top products, so I'm gonna have it that way. So if I go now, we see 10 and those had a best selling product, and the remaining one is actually attributed to be average selling product. So this is the first thing we need to do first. Now secondly, I'm gonna actually copy this whole thing right here from here to here and status, and I'm going to copy it. Ctrl C will help me to copy that. So scroll, sorry. So I'm going to scroll and have it dumped right here. Click on paste and go to what? Go to paste value. So I'm going to paste this right here. So I haven't done this. The next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to my dashboard. From my dashboard, I'm going to click on developer. From developer, I'm going to click on insert, and I'm going to insert this scroll bar right here. So the scroll bar from control, I'm going to actually have it right here, and just a little bit. So right click on it right now and make the setting from control. So now the first value is going to be 1, which is the current value. So now the minimum is 1 and the maximum value is 33. That means we have 33 products that is going to show, but it's going to show 1 product per view, which is the current value, and the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 33, which is going to have 33 inside our scroll bar. So now the increment is going to be by 1. So what do I mean by that? When we click on this arrow right here, it's going to actually change the product by 1, which is the next one is going to show up. Now I want to talk about page change. Right now it's still going to be by 1. Page change means when you click anywhere inside here, instead of the arrow up and down, you click anywhere right here. How many do you want to change? It's going to actually change by 1. I'm going to show you when we have to change this by 5 or by 10 or by 15, wherever it is in geometry. But before then, let's see how to link this. So we're going to link this right here at the top. So we'll link it there and we'll say okay. So right now, if we go, what are we going to see? We're just going to see 1. So go to the back end, we see 1. So if we come back right here and actually scroll down, so we're gonna see something different. We see 2, right? Now we have to actually start, creating something very nice. So before then, I'm going to actually name this range something. I'm just going to highlight and down, and I'm going to name it product range. So okay, so I've named it product range. You'll see what is going to happen next. So what is going to happen next now is that we want to get everything we have right here right on this particular path. So I'm going to say equal to, I'm going to use this index. So once I actually use index, it's going to ask me for the array. So the array should be the whole table. I should highlight it, but I don't want to do that. I've gotten the name, so it's going to be product range. So my product range, now it got it highlighted. So I'm going to actually use comma. So the row number is going to be this, and this time around I'm going to have to log this down because I don't want it to move. So it's going to be this way. So I have logged it down. Now I'm going to use plus rows to make sure it moves. that way, that is rows. From here to W8 as well. So now I'm going to lock here down. So now I'm going to have to close this comma. Instead of comma, I'm going to use -1. So let me tell you what the reason why I use -1. If you look at it right here, I have this first product. If we don't use -1, it's going to start actually giving us view from here. So for that, we're going to use -1 so that to jump to the first one. So now we're going to use column function. So the columns function is going to be this column to that same column. So now we're going to close it twice and have it locked down right here as well. We don't want it to get messed up. So right now I'm going to hit enter. So now here is what I've gotten, which is the second one. If I actually change it to the first one, so I'm going to scroll up, I go back, so I have this. So now this time around I can actually get it this way, and this is what I've gotten. So I've gotten everything right on here. So what I'm going to do right now is for me to just highlight anything from here. So total revenue to okay, I think I'm going to have to hide something away, which is this. I'm going to hide it away from here. I'm going to hide it away from here, so I don't need it, though we don't need that. So I'm going to actually highlight this and go to insert. From insert, I'm going to insert this very batch. Yeah, I'm going to insert this bar chart. So once I have this bar chart inserted, I'm going to shrink it a little bit to fit into what I want. So I'm going to remove all this, remove it, and this is what we want. So right now what we need to do is to just click on this and right click and format it a little bit to actually stand out with and match what we want. So I'm going to increase this, increase it more. Yeah, take this time around, I'm cool. So right now this is what I want. So I'm going to actually click right here and go to this color, and I'm going to choose to use this color for it. So right now I click right on this, go back there and actually click on bold and use white, then click here, I use the same color as the header and I use bold. So now I'm gonna click and I'm gonna click on it. I highlight it alone. So go to format. From format we can use this and say no fill. So use this feature to say which is shape outline, no outline. So right now I've gotten this ready. I'm going to actually cut this away from here and go to the dashboard and click on this and actually have this pasted right here. Awesome. So reduce this. So here we go. Now if we actually change, so we see it changes. Can you see that? Now all we need to do right now, we need to add a data label on it. So the data label comes in and we have to actually format it as well to fit into what we want. We need to use white and we give it bold. So this time around, let's see what we can do to format the data label appropriately. So we're gonna go to back end and we come right here and we Control 1. So we use number. So we use this comma separator and we click on this. Just close this. So just click on this. Control 1 again. Now go to currency and use this dollar sign and remove the extra decimal out of it. This is how awesome that could be. So now I'm going to actually insert this word right here. Insert it. And I'm going to just use this equal to, and I'll pick this from here. So this is how awesome this could be. So I'm going to actually click and increase it. Bold, and actually use something like this. I'm going to use something like this. So bold it. So cut this away from here, and I'll take it to the dashboard. This time around I have to drop it right here, so I'll make it fit in. So the reason why it's not showing is because we don't have the sheet name on it, so I'm going to use the sheet name on this so that it appears. So it's going to be back end and this exclamation. When I hit enter, I have that, but we've lost the formatting, so we can actually give it that formatting. So I'm going to use something like this. So increase it. So exactly. So once I actually keep scrolling down, you see the product changes, because we are still within the top product. We are still actually scrolling through the top product. Now we don't have up to this product, so now we need to go and look at what we've done that is making this actually REF. So now let's see how that goes. Now if you look at this right now, is within the 33. That means our product is not up to 33. We can actually check how many products we have. So I'm going to click on this and use this very feature. So now I'm going to actually scroll down and count. So our product is 32, right? So in order to actually adjust that, I'm going to click on this, right click and go on this and actually change this to 32. When I hit OK, and now this time around I'm going to scroll to the last one, so it's giving me the last one, which is 32. If I go back to my backend, I'm going to see the same thing as well. So now here we go. I think we've just done with one of this chart we are going to have on our dashboard, and we've just gotten the first one ready. So the next one we're going to actually build right now is this very dynamic dashboard we have right here. So we're going to learn how to build this dashboard. So let's see how this goes. Now click back and actually switch. So now I'm going to go to my data source and use the same feature as well. Click on existing and go to back end. This time around I'm going to scroll backward on sales rep progress. Let's bring it down. So now I'm going to go on sales rep. So I am going to use the total revenue by sales rep. This is what I've gotten. But this time around I'm going to change this to what? I'm going to change this to show value as column total, which is the percentage of column total. So, and I'm going to go to design. From design I'm going to go to grand total. I'm going to put it off, and I'm going to use in tabular form. And the sum of, I don't really have to concern myself about it because it's not going to show up. So what I'm going to do right now is for me to create what I called helper column. That is going to help me to do or to achieve what I want to achieve right now. So the helper column goes this way. I'm going to say equal to this and equal to this. So I'm going to drag this down. So right now I'm going to make sure that I'm formatting this one to be on what? To be from largest to smallest, which is what it is if you want that chart to be dynamic. So right now I'm going to actually say equal to this, and I'll put $sign at the back. So now I'm going to copy this into 4, so you understand why I'm doing this in a jiffy. So now here we go. I'm going to copy this one down. Exactly. So right now we're going to start achieving this very type of chart we've just seen previously. I'm going to first of all highlight this. Don't highlight the whole stuff right here. Just highlight this whole. Go to insert, and you're going to insert this very donut chart. So right now I'm going to take off the title. I don't need it. So now I'm going to right click and select data. So I'm going to select this whole range. Now I'm going to say okay. So I'm going to actually increase it to be more bold. So right now what I'm going to do right now is to actually right click and use this chart area. So I'm going to say fill color to be solid black. So solid black, I want this, something like this. It's okay. So right now what we need to do to get that kind of chart, I'm going to click on this and make sure I'm highlighting this alone. So I'm going to say no fill to this. So I'm going to click on this and make sure I'm highlighting it alone. The color will show up right here and you see this to be no fill. The same thing I'm going to do to it. So I'm going to say no fill. So I'll do the same thing again. So I'll say no fill. That is all. So I'm going to go right here and do the same thing. No fill. So it's going to be no fill. Okay. That is all, no fill. So the last one is going to be this. So select this alone and we say no fill. So this is exactly what we want. So right now we're going to have to close this and go to border and no border to this, no border to the whole, no border, say no border, say no border. So we've not clear border from here, no border. So right now this is how cool this could be. So right now we are almost about to achieve that. So right now I'm going to click and hold it down, close the border, and now bring the fill up. So I'm going to have to change the color to something very nice. I'm going to change it to this color. So click this and change to any color of a choice that you know is going to fit into your dashboard. So I'm going to have to change it to something like that color. We can do it as well at once, else we would have hold something like control whatever if that is applicable, but we can do that. So I'm going to give it that color. So just follow me step by step to get this done. So change this to this color. That is cool. So now the next one is gonna be this color. So now we're gonna achieve it by actually using something like this color. So we use this color a lot on my dashboard. So we use this. So we use this. Okay, fine. So the next one is gonna be this. Make sure you're highlighting that alone and you select any color of your choice that you know is gonna stand out. So I believe this does stand out. So select that alone as you mess things up. So you just select it and here we go. I prefer white to be I prefer something like red to be on this, something red, because it's the last of the last color which is the smallest here. Wow, of that. So now here we go, we've just gotten something nice like this. So select this and actually go to plus and go to this and use the right. So this time I'm going to go to home. From home I'm going to select bold and I'm going to change this to white. Now this is how awesome this could look. If we select right here and actually try to give it if we select just this and try to give it what do I call it, and try to give it the data label, see how it's gonna mess up the whole stuff. So it's gonna look weird. So what we need to do right now is need to deselect and come and do the same thing we've done. Select this alone and actually come to the data label. Just click on it right here. So we've just gotten it. Now click on this and shift it this way. This time around we're going to go and take our fill and go to border and say solid line, then we use white on it. That is how awesome that could be. Now click on this alone and actually go to data label. So click on it and actually drag it away from here. So go to border and solid line. So now we click on this one as well. We do the same thing to it. So we go to the data label. So we give it to it and we just click on it and bring it down. So now we use solid line. So do the same thing to this one. Data label, we bring this down. So we use solid line. So right now I'm going to actually bump it up a bold and white. So bump this up, bold and white. So we bump this up as well. So we use bold, white, bold and white. So here we go. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is for me to reduce it, because we're about to get to where we're going. So I have it reduced. I'm gonna go to format. From format, I'm gonna click on this shape fill, not fill, shape outline. I'm gonna say no outline as well. So I'm gonna actually cut it away from here. So we go to dashboard and we have it placed right here. So this is exactly what we want. Just gonna actually adjust it and actually bring it up a little bit. So this is how awesome this could look like. So I'm gonna have to close this. Now I'm going to bring those labels we have on top of it. So I don't need to actually do this from the scratch once I've already have it done. So it's something that is very easy that you can actually do yourself. Bring those. Click and actually take down from here. So I think this is okay. So I'm going to actually, so it has been copied. I'm going to cut it away from here, and I go to my YouTube lesson, click on this, have it dropped, and now I need to arrange something by actually dragging it to fit in. So exactly, so I'm going to release down a little bit. So I'm going to release it. So here we go. Can we see that? This is how awesome it could be. So if we go again, we're going to take this right here. So I'm going to cut it away. So now we need to learn how to build this kind of chart. That is the next thing we're going to do, the manager view. So I'm going to go and switch back. So click right here and have this dropped here. So awesome, it's looking very nice. So the manager view is the next thing. So I'm going to click on this very data cells and go to insert and click on insert on that pivot table, and I'm going to go to existing worksheets, click right here, and we scroll to get to the manager view. Here we go, the manager view. We're gonna click on this right here and hit this. So in order to give gap to this, I'm gonna actually click right here and insert. Oh, sorry, from here. Now there's a space between. Now it's turned it out. So right now, clicking on the manager view, I'm gonna click on this manager, and we're gonna do this by the total sales. Total sales will be the revenue from that department. So this is exactly what we want for the manager. So now I'm going to remove the grand total. The grand total is going to be put off. We don't need it. So right now what we need is oh sorry, I'm going to put that off. I double click it and it take me to it here. So we don't need it. If you double click this, it's going to actually take you to the whole view of the data sets. So right now what we need to do is for actually Control-1 and format it to currency. So remove the extra decimal. So right now here is what we've gotten. So I'm going to go to analyze and pivot chart. This is what I need, but this is not the kind of chart we want to build. We want to build something very different from this. So I'm gonna have to hide this, and this will go away. Then the grid line, I don't want it. So now in order to have the kind of chart I want, just like this very chart we have right here, this very chart right here, we don't have it as a custom chart in Excel. So we need to actually do some little trick to get that. So I have this very one done right here using PowerPoint. So let me show you how I made this. So first of all, you need to click on this very triangle and actually have it drag down right here. So click, once your cursor turn to cross, right click and go to select points. So click on the top right here and have this drag, then have this drag, so you have something like this. So click it, can make it smaller, wherever. So once you have something like this, you go to what? You go to the fill color. So once, if you can't see this, just you have to right click. So when you right click, you go to what? Format shape, and it comes up. Now you go to grid line. So because we've gotten this one right here, we need to actually take it off. So let's just mess it up and see how we can actually give hours to it. We don't want it. So now, so let's say you want to format it to look like this. So you can give it your preferred color. So you might choose to give it this color. You come right here, you choose to give it in that color, like something like this, and you come right here, you give it the same color like this. So now you want to actually make this a little bit. Can you see this? So now this is how I built this chart. So this time around I'm going to copy this from here. Just right click and click on copy. So go to this, and once you have this one clicked, right click and as well go to format data point. So you're going to see this, right, go to this and you use just close border, use fill, and use this picture or text to fill. Click on it, and the one we copy, we're just going to say clipboard. So here we go. So we go to the next one and bring it up. So right click and actually go to copy. From there we're going to actually go to this and click on this and make sure you're selecting that alone. So select the same thing, it's going to copy the previous one. So now we drop the one you just copied. So this is how awesome this could look like. So this time around, I'm going to go to my series option, and I'm going to increase this. So now I can close this. I have my chart already. I can bring the data label on it. So can you see how awesome this could look like? So this time around, I'm going to actually format my data label to white, bold and white. And I have to actually format this as well to something bold, and I think I don't need very pure white right now. I can use this. So now I select just here, go to format. From format I'm going to go to shape, outline, no outline, sharp fill, I'm going to say no fill, and I'm going to have to reduce this. So I'm going to cut it away from here to the main dashboard, which is right here. So we have it pasted in here. So we're going to reduce to fit in. So just make it sit right. Okay, fine. I'm going to make it fit right. I'm going to drag it down. So I'm going to click on this and go to home and reduce it. So here is what I've gotten. So let's see if that is actually what we really want. So just shrink this a little bit. So adjust it, and here we go. Now we've just gotten something like this. Nice one. So this is how beautiful this is actually going. So if you look at it, we have almost the same thing right as just this. So we're going to do something like the underperformed drinks and the top drinks as well, and get the percentage and the way we've just gotten this. So I go back to my right. Okay, So here we go. I'm going to actually select this. We don't need to do that, so we have something smaller that we can actually copy with ease right now. So I'm going to copy this. So this sales by supervisor, we're going to come back to it in a jiffy, but let me just do this top 5 first. So click on this and have it dropped right here. So the next thing we're going to do is to change this to a product. Change this to a product. So our product is this. We have it changed, and what we need to do right now is for we to right click on this product and select top 10. So we're going to change it to top 5. So we say okay. So right now I'm going to click on this and have to copy this right here. So to get my underperformed product, the next thing I'm going to do again is for me to actually click on this and go to the filter. From top we change it to bottom, so it's going to give us the lowest selling products. So this is what I've gotten. So I don't need to change this row label, so I'm going to leave it like that. So this time around I'm going to copy it again, just copy this and have it dropped here. So I'm going to show you a little trick on this. So I'm going to delete this to get it closer. So bring it this way. So this time around I'm going to remove the filter from here. No filter on it. That is cool. So right now what we need to do is just for we to put on the data label, or sorry, the grand total for the, yep, put on the grand total. Exactly. So but we don't need the grand total on this. So what we need to do right now is for we to get the, I'm gonna have to close this for now. So we're gonna get the sum of what? I'm gonna say the sum of what? The sum of all product. So the sum of all product is gonna be this sum of these products. So when I hit enter, this is what I have. This is the total product. So what I need to do right now is for to get a percentage. So to get percentage, you're gonna say equal to, sorry. So you're gonna say equal to this, or divide by the total product. So it gives us that. So we're gonna say equal to this. So we divide it by this. So this is what it gives us. So right now we've just gotten our percentage ready. So I go right here and I go to percentage. So I'm gonna use this. Yeah, exactly. So this is what I have. This is my percentage. Now this is 100%. So once we minus this from here, whatever we have left is gonna be our average selling product. But right now this is our underperformed product. It's just adding 5.75%, and the top product is adding 36.31% out of 32 products we have. So right now we can actually set this on visualize on visual. So we'll visualize this. I think I prefer this. So but this time around I am going to actually have to do something that is going to make it stand out. Sorry, is going to be sort by smallest to largest. So no. I'm going to change my chart. I'm so sorry for that. Change the chart to something like this bar chart. Yeah. So this one should be hidden. This should be taken off, and the great line we don't want it is total. This same total we go. So we need to shrink this. Here we go. So we want something. Okay, where is this coming from? I don't need this now. So now we need to actually insert for this. So we insert and we change this to this, and we need to actually go and do the same thing. Right click and sort this by smallest to largest. So now I'm going to actually have to hide this, set it on hidden. So we take this off, So take this off and take this off as well. So we make it more smaller. So right now I'm going to actually give it a nice color, which is going to be something like this. Give it the nice color, just like this. Oh, sorry, it's not clicked. So I'm gonna click on it and give it a very nice color. So right now that is what I've gotten. So we don't need the tally bell because the data label might be okay. We might need it. We need to actually click and select this format series. Just increase it by what? 100%. Okay, increase it more. So right now I'm going to copy this so that I shouldn't go with the wrong figure. So I'm gonna have this paste right here. So this is exactly what I've gotten. So right now what we need to do is for we to actually remove the whole fill shape color. I'm gonna go to the outline. I'm going to have to remove this. Oh, sorry for that. I never knew I was still clicking on it. So I need to just click out and click in back again and do the same formatting. This time around it's not gonna affect anything. So I just messed things up the other time. So now I'm gonna change this. Go to home and I'm gonna use this white. Yeah, I'm gonna use that white. So click on this and go right here and say no fill the outline. I'm gonna say no outline as well. So once I click on this and I'm gonna change this to this very color, so put it on bold. So I'm gonna put this on bold as well. So now what I need to do is to select this right here. I still need to shrink it a little bit. I'm gonna cut this away from here to my dashboard as it is the top. So the top one is at this very end. So I'm gonna have to close right here. So we bring this down. So fine. So bring this as well. So we cut this away from here. The perform product. We paste it, and here we go. So fine. So now we need to get something. So I'm gonna get this from here. We've used it previously. So right now I'm going to actually click and go and bring the underperform percentage, which is this. So now I'm gonna fit it in right here. So I'm gonna cut this away and put it right here and bring this up. So it's gonna be this. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna click on it and make sure I'm highlighting this very end. So I need this to be, I'm gonna say okay. So this is what I have. I'm gonna actually format it, put it on bold, and actually use pure white for it. So click OK, put it on bold. So I use white. This is what I've gotten. If you look at, oh, it should be on bold. Okay. Right here I have an arrow pointed at it. So the arrow is gonna be this very arrow. So I'm going to just select this and I'm going to transform it towards to look towards where I want. Okay, fine. So I'm going to select the shape, the type of arrow I want, how would I want it to be. So I'm going to select the color right now. The color should be something like this. So now I need to duplicate this. Just to make it stand out. So this is what I've gotten. So this is how awesome this could look like, right? So the next thing is just going to be the supervisor. Oh yeah, the supervisor view that overlook every every sales reps in their various stores. So now I'm going to copy this and have it dropped right here. So this time around I'm going to have to take this off. So I'm going to right click and bring back the list. So take this off, sorry, from here take this off and go to supervisor and drop it in. So this is the supervisor view. So now I'm going to actually go, the grand total is going to be turned off. So I've turned that off. So I'm going to just click right here and select, yeah, exactly, I want something like this, and I want to be hierarchical. So go to sort and largest to smallest. Wouldn't, yeah, it works. So now I'm gonna say you go off, I don't need you. You to the grade line, I don't need you. The total, I don't need you. I already have something that actually explains that. So now I'm gonna have to hide this, and I'm gonna shrink it a little bit. So now this time around I'm going to go to what? To this and take it off. So take this off as well. So I'm gonna have to cut this away from here this time around. So I do the auto formatting right there. So I'm gonna say Ctrl V. So we have this pasted right here. I'm going to adjust it. So right now I'm gonna click on this and go to home. From home, put it on bold, and we use the second white, not too light or not too bright though. So this is what I've gotten. So I'm going to actually click on this and go to home again, and from home I'm going to choose this very color for it. Can you see this? So now here we go. So if I click right here, I'm going to go to the author. So we can see something very similar is actually on the way. If you look at what we have right here, just this little we have, I'm going to click on save to have this save. So I'm going to click right here and I can switch to see the one we are actually aping. So can you see what we have right here? So now we have these slices on this, and we have this bunch of other things that we need to do in the next tutorial. So if you've just watched to this very end, kindly hit the subscribe button to actually stay tuned to the next very part of this very tutorial, where I create this very dynamic sidebar, and as well I show you how to actually create this and link it back to your dashboard to make it more attractive, and as well to make it very easy to look at things the way it should be actually looked at in a nice way. This is gonna actually help your client and your boss as well in the office to actually summarize data and actually view data the way it should be. So if you are here for the first time, never forget to subscribe to follow along in the next part coming. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Stay blessed and stay out of trouble. Thanks for watching.